For a long time, I thought one day I'll suddenly discover my purpose, that there'd be this moment where everything would become clear. I'd finally know exactly what I was meant to do. But I've started to realize it doesn't really work like that. When I was growing up, purpose always seemed like something other people just knew, or maybe they were lucky enough to stumble across something they were naturally good at. You'd hear people say, find your passion, find your calling, find a dream job. And it almost sounded like there was one perfect path. And if you missed it, you'd somehow failed. But looking back over my own life, I don't think that's how it works, at least not for most of us. Most of the things that have mattered most in my life weren't planned. One thing simply led to another. When I was younger, a friend offered me a job as a barman in a small country town. While I was there, I decided to audition for a play, and I got the lead role. Then I went on tour, and that led me to want to study performing arts. I went to university. That took me to Melbourne. That's where I met my wife, and she encouraged me to apply for work in the film and television industry. I later realised I wanted to be my own boss, so I started a takeaway business. Then a bushfire came along, destroyed our home, and we lost our business. That eventually brought me back to Queensland, where I started again. And now, later in life, I'm here making these videos. Looking back, none of it followed some perfect master plan. It was simply one decision leading to another. For years, I thought acting was my purpose. Maybe because it was something that came naturally and I got good feedback from it. I got positive feedback from people. They told me I was good at it. And sometimes I wondered what if I'd made it? What if I'd become successful or become famous? Would I be happier? And the truth is, I'll never know. But these days, I'm okay with that because looking back, I can see now what I didn't understand. I thought talent was enough. I thought someone would discover me. I didn't understand that talent needed discipline, that skills need to be developed. Careers are built over years, not discovered overnight. And there were other things I had no control over: my childhood, my confidence, the opportunities I didn't have. There were so many variables outside my control. And that's something I understand much better now. Life is often far more unpredictable and random than we'd like to believe. And none of those experiences happened because I suddenly discovered my purpose. They happened because I kept making decisions. I took one step, then another, and somewhere along the way, those steps started to mean something to me. I stopped seeing purpose as one career or one achievement, and I realized purpose can grow. It's a bit like planting a tree. You don't dig a hole, drop a seed in the ground, and then the next day you're sitting under the tree in the shade. You water it, you nurture it, and some days it doesn't even look like anything is happening. But underneath, it's growing. The same is true with our lives. A 10-minute walk, learning a new skill, calling a friend, writing a page, recording a video, none of those things feel life-changing. But repeated over months, they slowly change who we become. That's one of the reasons I'm making these videos, to share my own journey towards freedom. I deliberately call it my freedom journey because I'm still on it and it's individual to me. Everybody has their own version of what their freedom looks like. Now, I haven't got it all figured out, far from it. I'm simply trying to build a life with more freedom, more purpose, and hopefully help few people along the way. And funnily, the more I create, the more purpose I seem to feel. Not because I found it, I think it's because I built it. And I'm sure in another 10 years, I'll look back at these videos and think, you still had so much to learn. But that's okay. If I wait until I know everything, I'll never begin. But maybe wisdom or change isn't about having all the answers. Maybe it's simply about taking the next step with a little more understanding than yesterday. Taking small steps and then doing it again tomorrow.